Traditionally, November is considered the month of gratitude, the month of Thanksgiving, that opportunity to sit down at the table with family and friends and remind ourselves of all that we're grateful for in the past and going forward. But we are a world in crisis. The pandemic is continuing to rage, and you may be feeling anything but grateful as so much has been taken away. But this is exactly the time when you need to understand and put to use the power of gratitude. Welcome everyone. It's Marsha Martin, the Heart Healer, and here with us to help explain to us the power of gratitude and how we can put it to work in our lives is Archangel Chamuel. Now, we have talked about Archangel Chamuel in the past, so I'm just going to give a few reminding pointers about Archangel Chamuel, and then we want to really dive deep into gratitude. How can you transform your life and begin receiving more that is wanted using this incredible spiritual tool of gratitude? And I have to tell you, if there's only one tool that I am able to access from my spiritual toolbox, the most powerful is gratitude. But you need to understand what you can and cannot achieve with gratitude and how to use gratitude correctly. We're just not going to say thank you and have no sincerity attached to it. But before we get over to gratitude, let's take a look at Archangel Chamuel and what he's able to give to us. So Archangel Chamuel is the angel of love. His name means he who sees God or he who seeks God. Archangel Chamuel is on the pink ray. His color is pink. And he is often said to help us not only with this development of gratitude, but in finding lost objects. Archangel Chamuel has a mission, a personal mission, which is to promote gratitude from us to God, to get us in this continual state of looking at life as though it is good instead of out to get us. And when we're looking at things and calling them good, life just feels that much better, and it's so easy to stay in that place of gratitude. Matthew 5:8 tells us, "Blessed are the pure in heart, because they will see God." Let us remember that even though we are individual beings and we have each brought an individual purpose to share, we are all united in the purpose of wanting to grow closer to God or to see God. So when you have that pure, grateful heart, open and receptive, not only do you receive more good, but you are more closely aligned with God. 1 John 4:16 tells us that God is love, and whoever dwells in love dwells in God, and God in him. Now, this is not romantic love. This is not the kind of love where the ego gets involved and there's the possibility that things can go wrong. This is the kind of love that is unconditional and loves and accepts all beings for their authentic goodness. It doesn't mean that they're always displaying that, but it means that you're able to see past the surface into the heart and recognize the goodness of the individual, no matter how they are acting. And that is very much in alignment with how God sees us. Archangel Chamuel, as I said, can help us find lost objects, and because he is the angel of love, some people believe that Archangel Chamuel should be called upon to retrieve that lost loved one, that one that got away, that you are absolutely certain should be in your life. But his role is not to return to you that which was never meant for you, but to assist you in drawing near to God, where your divine ideal is waiting. So if you're looking to attract the perfect partner, the perfect job, or the perfect situation, no matter what that situation might be, you want to call on Archangel Chamuel, and you want to allow him to assist you in moving closer to God. Don't get hung up on the one that got away. Get your heart centered on all that is right for you, because all that is right for you will not disappear from your life. So when we practice gratitude, I want you to begin thinking of it as a circle. However, we need to understand what gratitude will not and cannot do. First of all, you're not changing God. God cannot be changed. God will be the same today, tomorrow, and yesterday. You're not going to be able to change God. God is all there is. And that has nothing that it can change itself into, because it's already in everything that is real. So you're not changing God, but you are changing you. You're taking yourself out of the dark place where you were looking at the illusionary products that your ego had created, and you're placing yourself in the aligned place where you are able to see the real products that have God in them and that are right for you. So you're not changing God, you're changing your ability to see the good in your own life and to line up with that good. It's also not a manipulative tool. In other words, you can't just say thank you and think you're going to receive everything you want. It's not in the words, it's in the alignment. The alignment gives the words power. So thank you by itself, with no meaning and no real gratitude, is empty, it's void. But when you align with what is right, what is good, and what is love, which is God, then when you say thank you, it is filled with power. So gratitude cannot be used as a manipulative tool. It is not the means for you to be able to continue to behave badly or to behave like a spoiled child and still get what you want. But here's what gratitude will do for you. A daily practice of gratitude should be a way of life. So take this program that's being rolled out to you today and begin creating for yourself a practice of gratitude. It should be a life way, a way of being. You cannot force this. If you don't feel it, it's not going to have any effect. True gratitude requires heart vision. Connect your heart to whatever it is, whether it's a circumstance or an individual. Connect heart to heart and see it with your heart. And then you will be able to be grateful for what is truly within the situation, instead of the imagined hurts that you may have believed you're participating in because of the ego. Gratitude will also enable you to see the good, the intrinsic value, when there appears not to be any. It will raise your vibration. It will move you closer to God. It will change the way you look at the world, and it will open you to receiving a steady flow of good. It will expand your heart's capacity to receive good. We must always remember that the good that flows from God is unceasing. It will never stop. It cannot stop. It's all that God is. But we can constrict our heart and close ourselves off from that good. Gratitude becomes the open door. And as we practice gratitude, we expand even more fully into the good that is God, and we automatically receive the desires of our heart. First of all, those desires are going to be a lot purer and a lot more in line with what you desire to receive. So when your heart is open to receiving, you become open to receiving more of the good you desire, which elevates your vibration and brings more good into your life until it becomes an endless circle of well-being. But it's an endless circle, an endless spiral that keeps going up and up and up, so that with the more that you are able to receive the good and express gratitude for that good that you're receiving, the higher your vibration and the more joy you will be able to experience. So now let's take a look at what Archangel Chamuel wants to share with us about gratitude, and he explains it as receiving the good of God. And he begins. Each one of you knows to say thank you when you're handed a gift that's desired. You may even find that gratitude burst forth from you without conscious thought because your joy overflows your being. This show of gratitude is both expected and important, but gratitude for life, even when it's not going as planned, will open the windows of the storehouses of heaven so that abundance will rain down upon you without ceasing. Remember, doing that which is expected will bring you a small reward, but doing more than is expected because you trust that you are safe and loved will strengthen your trust muscle and catapult you into the arms of ease. When you look at what is and call it good, even though it appears to be less than satisfactory, you will be accomplishing two things. First, you reinforce the principle that God is good. You are reminded that good and God are synonymous, and if it has the appearance of not good or unwanted, then it is not real, but rather an illusionary product that was created when you stepped out of alignment. By reminding yourself that good comes from God, you return to the aligned state where good is flowing. Secondly, when you choose to call it all good and to be grateful, you are choosing to sharpen your powers of perception. You are choosing to put God glasses on so that all you see is good. And since you see only good, you will attract only good, and you will feel good at every moment, building the spiral. This circle of good will then cause you to overflow with joy, and you will then return to the place where gratitude is spontaneous, heartfelt, and ongoing. By choosing to see only good, and by being grateful for all that you are, you see that By being grateful for all that you see, you place yourself within the loving arms of God. I, Archangel Chamuel, am the angel of love who seeks God. I invite you to join me in finding the good within all things and all beings. Instead of running away in fear, learn to embrace with love even that which you do not as yet understand. Give yourself over to the good and learn to trust that you are divinely supported. When you step out of fear and into love, you open yourself to receive all the good that God has to offer. Now, this is a beautiful promise, but you must invite this good into your heart. You cannot harbor resentment, fear, jealousy, or ill will, and believe that somehow you can activate the principle of gratitude and begin receiving that which you do want. You must decide, am I going to be grateful for the good that does exist, or am I going to be resentful about the bad that I perceive to be there? Understand that when you are looking at what's wrong, you have stepped out of alignment. When you are looking at all that's right, you are completely filled with godliness, and you are in alignment and able to receive the good that you desire. And you will naturally overflow with deep, deep gratitude for all that you're receiving. You won't need to work at it. You won't need to force yourself. You won't need to pretend that you are happy or grateful when you are not. You will be like a fountain of joy that is overflowing because you've stepped into alignment, and you are truly receiving things that feel good. So as we move more fully into November and closer to the Thanksgiving holiday, I want you to really get serious about gratitude. Begin finding things that feel good. Ignore the things that are not feeling good, that don't bring you joy. Put all of your attention on that which feels good and make a big deal about it. If you have to start small, start small. If you can only find one thing to be grateful for in a day, be grateful that you found that thing. But the more that you find to be grateful for, the more you will be rewarded with more good that you can be grateful for. Remember the circle. It is a never-ending, completely flowing circle of good, and you can step into it anytime you desire. You can also step out of it anytime you desire. The choice is yours. But I so urge you to step out of the darkness where you're looking at everything that's wrong and into the light, the goodness, the love, where you're looking at everything that is right. You will naturally overflow with gratitude, and even more good will find its way to you. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for participating, for liking and sharing these videos. And I extend to you my very deepest gratitude. As always, I invite you to join me on my website. It's mmhearthealer.com or marshamartinthehearthealer.com, and that's Marsha spelled M-A-R-C-I-A. On that website, you can join our community, the Healing Hearts community on Patreon. Just click on the community tab, or you can sign up to work with me individually. If that doesn't appeal to you, just take advantage of all the free resources that are available to you through this website and because of the support of the energetic realm. We are loved and supported. We are always getting such incredible help, but we must be open to receiving and we must ask for that help. Ask the angels for help. And if you're unable or unsure how to do so, I have a wonderful class on how to communicate with the angels. Whatever you desire, you are going to find an answer in the energetic realm. So until next time, I am sending you my deepest gratitude and all my love.